Hi, I'm John Lixet, and I'm here at the Woodbury Public Safety Department with Scott Melander, and we're going to talk a little bit today about field sobriety training. Scott, thanks for being with us here today.
Thank you.
So obviously drunken driving and impaired driving is a problem really everywhere in Minnesota. It's not just certain areas.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about why it's so important that Woodbury is patrolling for these types of behaviors.
If you're driving drunk, there's a high probability that you're going to be involved in a crash, whether it's a single occupant or you're running into another car and injuring other people that are just using the roadways. And there's billions of dollars lost every year to these accidents. So we're trying to prevent those crashes from happening.
So what types of behaviors are you looking for as police officers when you're out on patrol?
All the delayed motor movements. So the light turns green and they're really slow to go on that green light. They make wide turns. They don't use or stay within their lane. They will use the entire lane, going over the center line or over the shoulder lines. Those are a lot of the real key ones that I'm looking for. You also see speed and other dangerous things that go along with distracted driving or driving while intoxicated. That goes with that.
So I haven't had anything today to drink, but let's take a look maybe at the different tests that you'd put somebody through that you're suspecting of drinking and driving.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, so what's the first one that we're going to do here?
The first test that we're going to run through is horizontal gaze and nystagmus. The bottom line with this one is it's an involuntary shaking of the eyes. It's a test that people that are drunk on a regular basis have really no control over. So it's a really good test. It's a very accurate test. For us, it comes back at about 88% positive if there's 4 or more clues present. So what we're going to do for this test is obviously you have glasses on. If you can you see okay without your glasses on?
Yep.
So if you can put those on your forehead.
Okay.
What I need to do is look at the tip of my finger.
Okay.
And keep your head still. Don't move your head at all from side to side.
Okay, so for right now, this is pretty easy for me, but if we're with somebody that's been drinking a little bit, what are you going to see with that person?
Yeah, so a couple things that we're looking for. We're looking at your eyes itself to make sure your pupils are matching in size. Make sure that somebody doesn't have a glass eye or things of that nature. Then we're looking for equal tracking, making sure both eyes can follow the finger as it's going back and forth in front of you. The other thing that we're looking for is the involuntary shaking of the eyes as it's tracking across. The positive clue for us is when it starts bouncing as it goes across. If you're sober or under that 0.08, it should be able to track smoothly across that field of vision.
Okay, so we just finished the eye test. What's the next thing that you're going to run me through
So
here?
the next test that we run through is typically the walk and turn. That's the test where you have the imaginary line in front of you, take 9 steps out and come back. That's a divided attention test. So there's instructions that you need to follow in addition to be able to have some balance.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's try it.
Okay, so what I need to do is pretend there's an imaginary straight line here in front of you.
All right.
Go ahead and put that left foot on that imaginary line.
All right.
Put your right foot directly in front of the left with the heel and the toe touching.
Okay.
Hands down along the sides of your pant legs.
Sure.
And it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, up to 9. When you get to that 9th step, you're going to pretend that there's a nail in your foot, and you're going to turn around and it's going to look like this. Once you've turned around, you're going to take 9 steps back, each counting step out loud as you go through that on that same imaginary line. Hands will remain at your side throughout the test. Do not stop walking once you've started this test until you've completely finished the test itself.
All right.
Go ahead when you're ready.
Here we go. Counting to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we want to turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
All right. So obviously part of that there was divided attention. We're
Correct.
counting, keeping balance at the same time. How does that help you see that somebody may have had too much to drink?
Correct. So we're looking for several clues on this one. Things that where you can't keep your feet together, to you're stepping off the line, use your arms for balance, not following the directions of starting and stopping. Those are all several of the clues that we're looking for. And obviously with this test, as long as there's 2 or more positive clues, it's considered a positive test in our eyes for alcohol. Okay, so we have one more test that we will typically run you through. 1 to 2, and I'll explain the second one here in a second. But the next test would be the one-legged stand.
Okay.
So what I need you to do now is go ahead and put your toes together and heels together just like so.
Okay.
hands down along your sides.
All right.
And stay in this position until I've completed the instruction, until I tell you when to begin. Understand?
Yep.
Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up 1 foot. Doesn't matter if it's your left or your right, it's your choice.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna pick up that leg. It's gonna be a straight leg. Your foot's gonna be 6 inches off the ground, and your foot's gonna be flat to the ground.
Okay.
You're gonna look down at your foot, and your hands are gonna remain at your side. You're gonna count loud 1001, 1002, 1003, until you're told to stop.
Okay. So we're taking out there, hands at the side. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1021, 1022, 1023, 1024.
And you can go ahead and put your foot down.
Okay.
And that
All right.
concludes the three battery tests that we normally would do
Great.
in field sobriety.
So
The
with that last one,
yeah.
what were we
So
looking at there?
So in this test, what we're looking for is, again, are you able to follow the directions? We're looking to see on the balance side, are you using your arms for balance? Is the body swaying as you're standing there? Are you putting your foot down throughout the test? Those are some of the clues that we're looking for in this test. There's one more test that we can run, or that we will run, which is the PBT, or portable breath test. That's where we bring out the device in the field and have a person blow into it. For me, it's reconfirming everything that I've already seen, and if anything, it's giving me an idea of how drunk are we. Are we way over the 08 or really close to that 08 level?
So after somebody goes through this battery of tests, what's going to happen to them if they fail?
So assuming that all three of these have failed, at that point, it's decision time for the officer. Do we make the arrest or not make the arrest?
So for the people at home, I hope that a lot of them aren't going to have to go through this type of test. So how can our viewers help out the Woodbury Police Department by preventing drunk driving?
Well, the best thing that they can do is obviously make plans. If they know they're going to go out, they're going to consume some drinks, which is totally fine, but make plans ahead of time to who's going to drive home or how you're going to get home. So make that you are my designated driver and you're not going to have anything to drink, or plan for that cab ride or Uber ride to get that ride home. Make those plans before you go out. Don't make those plans after you've already gone out, because as you consume more alcohol, and unfortunately, people think they're okay to drive when they're not, and they'll drive home. And that puts not only them at risk, but it puts all of us at risk.
Scott, thank you for your time, and
You're very welcome.
appreciate that. Thank you.